Are you religious? Let me ask that question slightly differently. Do you change your answer to that question depending on who's asking it? See, that's the thing. We've come to this point where, depending on who's asking the question, we think if somebody asks us if we're religious, we wonder why they're asking and what they mean by that question, because what do you mean? What do you mean? Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? How shall I answer that? Well, I get actually quite a few people who say to me, I am not religious. Not me personally, they say, I am not religious. And quite often it's in a context where you want to be really careful how you respond. For instance, a family about a celebration of life. Or someone celebrating a wedding. Or a life event. And they say, we want to have a minister involved because we believe. We believe in God. We're spiritual people. But we're not religious. And so I say to them, that's okay, I'm not religious either. Just let that sink in for a minute while some of you decide whether or not I should be fired. But let me tell you what I mean, though. I think the issue here is that I'm responding to their question as if I understand what they mean by religious, and they are asking the question, expecting me to answer from my perspective of what's religious. Because I wear the funny outfit and I go to church, I must be religious. And that isn't what religious is to me. I think what religious is probably what it is to them, but they've decided that it's something different. Now, I know I'm making a whole lot of assumptions, so let me break that down a little bit. I think the vast majority of people who say they are spiritual but not religious mean, I don't go to church. I don't like the organization. I don't like the institutional stuff. I don't like the stuff. I can find God outdoors on a beautiful day, like today. Probably on a golf course. No, I'm kidding. But there's where we go right away, isn't it? We go right away to, we have to be sarcastic about it because we're a little uncomfortable with that question of religious. What does it mean to be religious? Because we think what it means is going to church. We think what it means is all the symbols and the signs. We think it means reading your Bible every day. We think it means stuff that it just doesn't mean because we've learned it means that. See, I think religion is the form that we put on our belief. We created, religion is totally human-made. It was not made by God. It may well be inspired, but we made it. We made it as a way of putting a form and a structure around our belief so that we can hopefully understand it better and learn more and grow more. Sometimes it goes the other way because religion can also be extremely manipulative and controlling. And I don't just mean that historically. There are a vast number of people who will tell you that they're spiritual but not religious, and what they mean is they've had a connection to a church in the past and it did not go well, so they don't go anymore. It's not just the form and the structure. There must be a spirituality to it. It's not just the spirituality. In order to grow and learn, in order to build relationships with each other, we need to put some form on it. But we need not just form and structure. We need spirituality too. We need both. And we need both to be alive. To be creative and changing and spirit-filled.